Hi everyone, it's Kate. In this video we'll be looking at how to edit a photo in iPhotos, which is the software that comes with your Mac. So first thing I'm going to do is pull up a photo that I want to use. I've already done that here by clicking through my photo library. To get into the editing software, I'm going to go up here to the right hand corner to the edit button. So you can see that pulled up a few tools here in the right hand sidebar. This software is basic, but will give you the essential tools you need to get your snapshot looking great for social media or for keeping in a personal photo album. It's not going to get too deep into the nitty-gritty of the technical aspects of photo editing, such as a Photoshop program might, or even Preview, also for Mac. But it's going to give you the tools that you need to help your photo pop and just to get your photo where it needs to be for, say, social media. So let's take a look at each of these tools and see what they can do for us. First up is Enhance. Enhance is basically, as you can see, a little magic wand icon there. And what it does is provide your photo with a little extra contrast, saturation, and a little bit of brightness to the exposure of your photo. So you can click through that. And as you can see, as I clicked on it once, this Revert to Original button popped up in the top right hand corner. This is another great feature of this software. You never need to be afraid to mess around with these tools because you can always quickly and easily revert to original and your photo will be as it was. So go ahead and feel free to play around. I'm going to go ahead and keep this enhance effect on my photo and move on to the next tool here, which is Rotate. As you can see, when I click on the rotate button, I get a 90-degree counterclockwise rotation, which can be great, but that's not what we need for this photo. What if I want to adjust this picture less than 90 degrees, just a little bit of rotation? I'm going to go ahead and move down to the next tool, Crop. Click on that, and that's going to pull up a circle here, a gauge, where you can click and hold and manually adjust the rotation of your photo. So I'm going to adjust along the fence line there. Another option is to click Auto in this crop tool, and Auto will automatically, see how it works. Auto will automatically adjust your photo to a horizon line if there is one available in your photo, for example, this fence. So I have my photo rotated the way I wanted and cropped the way I wanted. You can adjust that using the corners here. That can give you your rule of thirds grid, which is helpful for visual effect. I'm going to click down now that I have my photo rotated the way I like, and I'm going to keep this original cropping. I'm going to go down to my filters option. So you might be familiar with filters from apps such as Instagram. Essentially, filters are presets of color saturation, brightness, contrast, and other effects that can be put on photos digitally to make them pop in different ways, to give you a different effect with each of them. So filters are all about your personal taste. Go ahead and feel free to click through them. As I said before, they offer you some great options without overwhelming you. So it's really easy to click through them all. Just try them out on each photo and see what works best for each. I like this fade option here. It's kind of a vintagey look. You can see there's less saturation and a little bit lower contrast in this particular filter. So now what our next tool is going to be is Adjust. Now all the adjustments will pop up in your next to your right hand toolbar, and this is where I'll spend a lot of the time photo editing. You can click Add up here, and they'll give you some basic tools to use where you can manually adjust lighting, color. You can sharpen, which involves adjusting contrast. You can have all these tools display in your right hand sidebar, and it's really fun to mess around with these, as you can see here. This is where you can really change your photo the most and make it as personal as you want. And it's also an advantage to see your histogram up top, and you can see whether you need to add more visual dynamics or if maybe, as in this picture, you want to level things out. And you can see the levels changing as I manually click and drag each of these effects. The next software down here is, of course, our retouch button, which is essentially a blurring or eraser function. So you can adjust the size of your eraser using this handy gauge, clicking and dragging, and set your source area for erasing and blur out, for example, anything you want. Reset it, blur it out, reset it. I'm going to go ahead and leave it as it is. So while there are a few more tools and effects you can find if you click around in this photo editing software, these are your basic ones. And I hope that it was helpful for you to see how you can make your photo more personal and make it pop in a simple and accessible way using Photos for Mac. Thanks.